All right, welcome back to another video with your boy, Everyday Tech Villain. So today we're going to be talking about how to study and pass certifications. All right, so I actually had a buddy of mine named Austin reach out to me. So we're going to actually go over his text that he sent me about uh, how this video all came about, essentially. So he messaged me. He said, "What's your studying techniques? The implementation section of the Security Plus is kicking my donkey. You all know what that means, ASS. So right now, and I put it off for a while now. So he's struggling right now. And so I let him know, hey, I'll put out a video, not rich just for you, for everybody. So just a little brief overview. I have three certifications. I have Security Plus, I have the AZ 900, and I have the MS 900. But today on this video, I'll mostly be talking about the Security Plus since that's more of an advanced certification, which requires more studying techniques, just more of a like I need to get this certification kind of thing. So AZMS, not to discard those are very good very good certifications, but they're on the level of a security plus. All right, so let's get right into it. So starting off, where do I even begin for studying? I don't know. I'm lost. Do I get a book? Do I find something on YouTube? Do I go buy a video course? What do I do? So I can't tell you what to do, but I can tell you what I do, right? So what I do is I go straight to Udemy. Udemy is my go-to. That's the source of everything. That's where it all begins for me. So I'll find a course on Udemy for going for about $100. I ain't spending $100. The magic about Udemy is they have a lot of sales going on. So this $100 course, right? So the Security Plus course I think I bought was about $100. It was about $100, but I bought it for like what, $11. So Udemy will have like these 80% off, 90% off sales, 50% off sales. So where you can get these courses for super cheap. So that's typically around the time everybody buys courses on Udemy, right? So I bought the course. Now what do I do? So how I start off anything, how I do one thing is how I do everything. So I just start watching it. I'm a terrible note taker. I don't like taking notes, especially when I'm first time learning something in school. The way they teach you is okay, let's start a new unit, and let's say you're starting a new unit in science class. So we're gonna put things up on the screen on the board, and I want you to write notes as we go over it. I don't know what I'm writing notes about. I have no clue what I'm writing down. Like, will I even need this for the test? Will this even be on the exam? Why am I just taking notes? Because a lot of these video courses, or even if you get a textbook, you don't need to know all the information. Most of it is filler. Once you start taking the practice exams, we'll get to that later on. Well, also, a little tidbit, and I'll have a secret gem for you for a surefire way for you to pass. Surefire way for you to pass. May not be the first time you pass, may be the second time. If you fail the first time, get back on your horse, pass the second time. I failed, I'm not perfect. I failed two exams before. Out of what, I took about 4 or 5 exams. I failed, so I failed two out of like the 4 or 5 I've taken. So, uh, and then with the ones I did fail, so when I first took that CompTIA A plus, I failed, passed the 1001, failed the 1002, never ended up getting it, so I just went straight to the Security Plus, ended up passing that first try. Then with my AZ 900, passed that first try, then MS 900, failed that once, and then retook it and got it. So I'm not perfect, but it's been a surefire way. It's been a surefire way for my studying technique that's been working for me. And I'm even coaching up a buddy of mine named Chris. He's going to taking his Security Plus. Also, I'm trying to help out my friend Austin. That's his Security Plus. So, continuing on. So, I hate taking notes. A lot of you out there, some of you are note takers that take religious notes, but you realize I have to take all these notes of the whole, especially some of these video courses are like 20 hours long. So you take 20 hours worth of notes. You don't know what you're writing down. You don't know what you're looking at until you start taking these practice exams, and then you realize like, oh, I got to go through and decipher all these notes I wrote. Okay, what's important, what's not important, right? So instead, what I do is I only write down things that pique my interest, something I can already correlate to, something I already know. So if some was mentioned about multi-factor authentication, which a lot of you already know what that is, which MFA, 2FA, 2MFA, two-factor authentication, multi-factor authentication. So you're just getting a text into your phone, or better yet, authenticator app, type in the code. So let me just authenticate. So remember when I was taking my Security Plus, they mentioned multi-factor authentication. I'm like, Oh, I know about this. This is something related to my everyday life, my work life, because at the time I was a support engineer at Alliance. Like I said, with that role, I put down junior, not junior, but actual I am engineer. Like, so most of my work pertains to identity access management. Like I said, you never have to use the official job title you're giving, as long as the work you do relates to the job title that you're going for. Remember that. Never lie. Never lie. Remember, stick to what you know. All right, that's all I got to say. Stick to what you know. Don't be out here lying. So you get in these interviews, they're gonna test you. So that's a little tidbit. I'm always gonna preach that on every every video I put out. All right. So within this role, I have to do a lot of multi-factor authentication resets. I'm doing a lot of we had tickets requests coming in all the time about this type of stuff. So I'm like, okay, correlate this. So let me write it down. So I'm going down the rabbit hole, going deep down into this rabbit hole, how it works, everything, because it interests me because I already know about it. If you don't know about something and it doesn't pertain to anything that relates to you, will you care about it? No. So I only take notes on about things I already know about. I'm like, okay, not necessarily notes, but just write down little tidbits of information. Right. Other than that, I'm taking zero notes. I'm not taking zero. If I don't know what it is already, or I already know what it is thoroughly, I'll take no notes about it at all. But just general rule of thumb, don't take no notes. You may be wondering, why not take any notes? Like I said, I'll get to that later on. So watch the whole course. Watch the whole course. Don't take any notes. But you also may be wondering, what if I can't afford a course? So you probably find something free out there on YouTube, but YouTube is iffy. Some of the courses don't got all the. Typically, when you buy something, you put your money up for something, you're paying for value. That's what you're paying for. 10, 11 bucks, save up $1 a day. It'll take you 10, 11 days to get what you need. Some of you out there buying candy and snacks and video games, and everything like that. Invest in yourself, essentially. That's all I'm asking you to do. Just invest in yourself. 10, 11 bucks. You got it. You own it for a lifetime, right? I'll get to what's good out there on YouTube as well. There are good things out there on YouTube. So, watch the whole course. Now what? Don't take notes yet. Now, you also want to be buying a practice exam. You don't want to just be using all the free stuff out there online. You can. Like I said, I'm not saying you can't. Like I said, this is what I advocate for because you use a lot of free stuff out there. It's all over the place. It's not concentrated to where when you buy an exam, these are professionals putting this out for you that already had so many people pass from their course, right? So you want to also typically shout out to Jason Dion on Udemy. A lot of us I'm out there, and then I forgot the other bald white guy, like Stash. I forgot his name, but another cool guy too. He saw him as well. So on Udemy, you typically if you're gonna buy their practice, you could buy their video course. You also want to buy their practice exam as well. So with the practice exam, that's when you start to take notes. You take the practice exam. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt mentally. It's gonna hurt because you're like, this, that. You're trying to pull from things you can't even correlate to or even barely remember. Take it anyway. If you don't know, always keep on. Don't some of them practice exams that will have options to where uh, you don't know what the answer is. You could just press skip. Skip. Do not skip. You will not learn anything if you don't. If you skip, you will not learn anything. And so put an answer down for every single one. Just guess. Use your best guess. Do not go back on the video. If you don't go back and forth, and you're not going to learn, right? Take the full thing. Like I said, it's still paying for me too. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. It hurts to answer to things that you don't know about, right? So you take it all the way through. You do all the practice exams. They usually come about like 5, 6 practice exams. Do all of them, right? Before you take notes. So you're gonna do all of them. Then after that, you go through all the practice exams you took, and you go over the answers that you got right and you didn't get right. Go over everything. First, you go over the answers you got right. All right. And with the answers you got right, you want to look at the ones you barely got right. The ones you know that you know. Oh, don't worry about that. The ones you feel like you kind of guessed on a little bit, you kind of iffy about. If you were to have to answer this question, 10 different times in 10 different random exams, and you feel like you wouldn't be able to really it's just gonna be guesswork. Write down, take notes on that. Okay, I got this wrong and put down what it relates to, right? And so it's like, okay, this is section of blank of the exam. Okay, I need to write this down. I need to restudy this section of the exam, right? So go over the ones you're iffy about. You're not, in like the ones you guessed on. Write notes. Write notes. What I mean, write notes is write down what you need to go back in the video course and review. So okay, I need to go back over here this review, right? And then the ones you got wrong, like I said, don't write notes. Just write down all the ones you got wrong. What section of the course do they relate to? What part of the exam do they relate to? So you write down all the ones you got wrong, and then you go back and rewatch the videos again on the stuff you got wrong. Focus now. Start this is where we're starting with a big funnel, like a big funnel, and we're narrowing down funnel, right? We're trying to get rid as much clutter as possible. So it's taking a crap ton of notes. It's going to be a lot of clutter, a lot for you to go through. You don't know, okay, I need to go through this. We're trying to narrow down your focus. We're trying to stay aligned here. So this is going to be an emotional drain on you because you're going to be empty. Your tank going to be on E. So when I was studying for my Security Plus, started in March of last year. So that was March 2023. I took me 2 months to study for it. But mind you, I was already working a full-time job, or working, 8 to 5, full-time job, and as well as studying coding on the side, and I had a whole lot of stuff. I'm married, don't have any kids, but even still, I had a lot of stuff going on. And then for you, those of you out there that are married with kids and or taking care of family members, you just gotta buckle down. Like we all got stuff going on. Don't make excuses for yourself. Don't be a victim. You know, we're here to improve and invest in yourself. So, got a lot going on. Made time. I'm watching these courses on lunch at work. Any free or downtime at work, watch the videos. You ain't gotta watch it. Put the phone in front of your face and watch. No, 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 no. Earbuds in, or if you play it out on speaker, cool. You can play it out on the speaker with your phone speaker. But earbuds in, listening while you're doing stuff. You got downtime. You're on lunch break. Any downtime you get, watch it. Don't burn yourself out. Do at least 30 minutes a day. That's all I recommend. 30 minutes a day, and you're good. Right? Do your little 30 minutes a day. 30 minutes of listening. When you first initially watching the course, do your 30 minutes to get through. And then doing at least 30 minutes a day where you could finish up this course within a month. Right? And then the second half of the month, you spent that just practicing the practice exams. That's what I did. March, watch the videos. Cool, I'm good now. The second half of the month, practice, test, practice, practice. And then the end of that month, take the exam. Boom, passed it. Or I think at the end, well, yeah, I passed it at the first week of May. I think, yeah, it was first week of May. Actually, it was 2 days before my birthday, May 7th. I passed May 7th. So March, watch videos. April, take the practice test religiously. Practice is how you study for your exam. And then pretty much the first week of May, take the exam. So pretty much, all in all, you really want to say 3 months, but really 2 months because boom, boom, and then boom. So, all right. So practice exams. Go over the ones you got wrong. Go over the ones you got right. I just go back to video courses, watching over the stuff, and then make things might click for you again. Then go back over the practice test and do it again, and then review. Okay, I'm feeling more confident on this one. Okay, then I can leave these alone for now. Now, the ones you keep on constantly getting hard stuck on, then that's when you go back to the video sections, and then you start taking notes. Okay, what is this? What is that? What is this? And then when you start to do that, you just rinse and repeat. That's all you're doing is rinse and repeat. Okay, you start figuring out the ones that you're getting hard stuck on become easier. You're just repeating these practice tests over and 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 over. That's it until you feel like you're ready. And then voila. And then when you're gonna wake up, like, I feel like I'm ready. But you're never gonna feel like you're really ready, but you can always you just gotta push yourself to feel like you're ready. Right? But it's still not that simple. It's simple, but not that simple. Just how there's two-factor authentication, I do the same kind of principle when it comes to my studying. So I use Udemy as a source for my video course and practice exam, and I use a YouTube source, a free source on YouTube. So like somebody like Professor Messer on YouTube, I use his Security Plus video course. He's like the best free thing out there. And I used his course, video course on YouTube, watched all of that, and then because he covers in that video course, it covered different things that the Udemy course didn't cover. So it was some things I'm like, oh, I didn't realize that. Oh, okay. Not to water down the Udemy course. Udemy course was great, but that's what I mean. Each person's going to teach it differently and is going to mention certain things that another teacher won't mention, right? So watch this video course, and then I had to buy his practice exam. His practice exam doesn't go on sale, so you got to cough up a little bit of money. You know, I think about $100 out of pay out, flat out, right? I don't remember. Don't quote me, but it was a little. All I remember was it cost a little bit of bread. So with Professor Messer, one of the best quality practice exams out there. Very long, very lengthy. I'm glad it was very long, very lengthy. It was just covered every. It was covering some things. I'm like, oh, I ain't ready. When I was feeling ready after passing doing flying colors with the Udemy one, I realized the Professor Messer one, I was not ready. So I'm like, oof, okay, I need time to go back down to the drawing board. So did his practice exams, and so the key thing is with practice exams, you should at least be doing, at least doing, be able to 90%, be able to hit a 90 consistent, like 90%, 95%. You ain't got 100% each one perfectly because you're not gonna 100% the test perfectly. I don't know how many people out there, you probably count on your hands how many people have like aced like a security plus exam, perfect score. You're not. Just don't set realistic expectations, okay? That doesn't make you less than. All that matters is you pass this exam. You could be 1 point passing. It don't matter. You passed. All right. So his was thorough, extra thorough, so it covered a lot of stuff the Udemy course didn't cover. Right, like I said, it's not to water down the Udemy course. Like I say, everybody's gonna shoot something different. So I did that first semester course, watch this video course, and I did this practice exams over and over again until about 90% consistency, 90 to 95% consistent on all three practice tests. And then, okay, now I realized, all right, I'm ready. So I'll back over the Udemy one, practice test. I'm good on that. I'm consistent scoring 90s on that, and then going back to professor semesters, practice test. I'm consistent scoring 90s on that. All right, 90s and up, 90s and up. So yeah, minimum 90. So I'm like, all right, I'm good now. Now I'm ready. When you consistently and we feel confident, excuse me, little sinuses. You consistently scoring 90 and up, and you're feeling confident. Boom, you're not sweating it. You're not getting really stuck, brain fog. You know, you're not consistently get same ones wrong anymore. There's always going to be some concepts you would never really be able to understand or get yet, especially if you're not even working in tech, or let alone if it's a tech, a IT certification or a cybersecurity certification. Some concepts you won't be able to learn unless you're already in that kind of field doing that kind of work. But so once you're consistent, they take the exam. But that's where a lot of people fall short. There's a lot of people that out there that study for it and don't take the exam. So that's where the little gem I was mentioning earlier, the surefire way to go ahead and take the test and pass it. The surefire way. You know, what is this, Jim? What could surefire way? Surefire way is drum roll. Oh, friends, family, acquaintances, accountability buddy. It's like having a gym partner. You need somebody to push you. So you need to put out there, either you make a social media post. Excuse me. Whew. All right. You need to make a social media post. All right, put it out there on social media. So where now you're gonna feel a little bit embarrassed if you don't take it. You tell your mom or somebody. Don't just tell anybody. You tell somebody that's gonna hold you accountable. Put your feet to the fire. So like right now, I'm doing a 90-day post challenge. And the other night, my the buddy of mine, Khalil, hit me up and was like, "Yeah, did you post? I didn't see nothing from you, man. Where'd you post at?" I'm like, no, I posted because I'm usually the one hitting him up, checking up on him every day. Hey, did you post? Did you post? To me and him in a challenge together, trying to post 90 days, 90 days straight. I'm like, no, post it. I just posted. I didn't do a YouTube post. I did a LinkedIn post about one of my previous YouTube videos to bring some more traction to it. Right? He's like, all right, cool. All right. So it's accountability to where he's gonna hold my feet to the fire versus I just tell one of my other friends that really not interested in this kind of space. You want to pick somebody that's gonna go on the journey with you, right? So if you already have a friend of yours that's already trying to get the same cert you're trying to go for, y'all both just studying for any kind of cert, or even when I was working at Alliance and one of my coworkers, shout out to Bo, me and him would be studying. He's studying for some certification, I'll be studying for my own certification, and we just kind of motivate each other, push each other, right? You want to find that somebody that's going to hold you accountable. Keyword accountability buddy, a gym partner, somebody push you, to keep the wheels turning and rolling, right? So that is the secret sauce is have somebody just push you along the way because sometimes you're gonna fall a little short. You're like, I don't know, I'm stuck. And you're just gonna give up, right? But just to go back over everything, first, find a video course. You could do books. If you're a bookworm out there, you could do books. Books work too, right? For that. I've never taken a book course, but read a book for an exam. But if I was to read a book, I wouldn't be taking no notes either. That's just me. Like I said, you can follow my method. There's plenty of other people videos out there. If you don't like my method, cool. That works fine by me. Hey, there's other plenty of content creators out there. You could try their method or create your own method. Now, this is the method I find works best for me because it's simple. It's just more relaxing. It's easier on my time because, say, if you out there got to be home, I get home at 5. I still got to cook dinner, and I might have to go run a couple errands or that kind of stuff. If I can't, if you're thinking, oh, I can't watch the video because I got to take notes at the same time, you're just never going to get through. Especially if those of you out there with kids and taking care of family and responsibilities, is just you're never going to get through it. If you're thinking, notes, 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 I can't never sit down and focus, take notes. Or notes is also what's going to, you know, drain you. So some of you out there like notes, cool. If that works for you, works for you. But my method is so if I was reading a book for an exam, I wouldn't take no notes. So same method. Video course, don't take no notes. Book, don't take no notes. No notes. Go all the way through it. Then take the practice exams the first time around. Then just write down what you got wrong. Go back to the video course. All right, review the stuff you got wrong. Back to the practice test, and then just see what sticks better this time. And then take it. I say at least twice. See what definitely sticks. And after that, then that's when you start taking notes on what you're consistently getting wrong. Then start taking notes on that. Yeesh, that's all it is. Simple as that. All right. So hopefully you got some gems, you got some knowledge from this. All right. Make sure you drop a like and turn the notification bell on. And I'll see you guys later. All right. Peace.